Now, let us continue to our subject. And we focus our attention to the ingathering of the 144,000 living saints. And it is revealed in different angles. But for sure, all of them were in perfect harmony. Now, the statement in tract number 5, page 74, saying, from the crucifixion to the ingathering of the first fruits, the 144,000, Revelation 14, verse 4. 5, from the crucifixion to the ingathering of the first fruits, the 144,000, Revelation 14, verse 4. But at this time, I would like to connect the ingathering of the saints revealed by 40 days, by which in tract number 3, 1934 edition, it is called numerical illustration of the ingathering. Tract number 3 on page 64. 1934 edition, numerical illustration of ingathering. And the numerical illustration given here is the 40 days. So let us read again. In tract number 3, 1934 edition, page 66, it was during the 40 days of Christ's personal presence with His disciples from His resurrection to His ascension that the first fruits, the 120, were gathered in. And we already explained that the 120 disciples is the type, the first fruits, which is the type, and the antitype is the 144,000 living saints, first fruits. So, the ingathering of the 144,000 living saints, first fruits, was revealed by this mystical number, 40 days. And it says here in tract number 3, 1934 edition, page 66, moreover, His personal care in gathering His people in those 40 days, which we see to be a type of His supervision of the ingathering of the fruits in every generation. You see, every generation should therefore reveal that He is the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world and the Good Shepherd in all ages. So the word every meaning all generations. But we focus our attention to the last generation concerning the ingathering of the 144,000 living saints, spiritual Israel. Now, reading again, in tract number 3, page 86, it says, the 40 days, Acts chapter 1, verse 3 and 9, from the resurrection to the ascension, are consequently typical of the period from 1844 to the fulfillment of the marking and slaying as recorded in Ezekiel chapter 9, and Revelation 7, verse 3 to 8. Revelation 14, verse 1 to 5, respectively. And in Testimonies to Ministers, page 445. Testimonies, volume 3, page 266. And also early writings, page 270 and 273. And we already explained that the statement from 1844 is applied both Gregorian and Bible calendar. Concerning Gregorian calendar, that was October 22. So, this is the type, April 18, then the remaining days is 13, and Ascension of Jesus Christ, May 27. So the statement in tract number 3, page 86, 1844 is applied to both Bible calendar and Gregorian. In Gregorian calendar, that was October 22, 1844. When Jesus Christ entered to the most holy place, then 18 plus 22 equals 40. The offering of the wave sheep, it was April 18, 1844. But in Gregorian, that was April 27, 1845. So, 13 plus 27 equals 40. And we already showed to you that two numbers, 18 and 22, is joined together as one in 2017. Gregorian calendar. Now, I would like to show to you our number 174, slide number 6. You see, brothers and sisters, October 22, 2017, in Bible calendar, that is April 18, 2019. That is a miraculous truth wrought by the omnipotent hand of providence. The same day, Sunday, April 18, 2019, Bible calendar, that is the time by which the wave ship is offered. In Gregorian calendar, that is October 22, 2017. 18 plus 22 equals 40. Would you think that is an accident? It will never be repeated again. It will take 5,837 years to repeat the same occurrence. And it will be repeated on April 18, 79, 41 AD. And in Gregorian, that would be October 22, 78, 54 AD. So the world will exist more than 7,000 years. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters? Not only 7,000, because that is starting in 1 AD. So more or less 12,000 years. And that is why we are very sure that 2017 is the answer of our subject. The ingathering of the 144,000. From the crucifixion, according to tract number 5, page 74, it says, 5 from the crucifixion to the ingathering of the first fruits, the 144,000, Revelation 14, verse 4. What is the date when Jesus Christ was crucified? April 16, Friday. But we are studying the symbolical crucifixion, not the literal. By which such symbolical crucifixion must be in perfect harmony with the ceremonial harvest, with the 40 typical days. Now, we already found out that it must be in the year 2017. Because 2017, in Bible calendar, that is 2019, pattern number 6. By which the two separate dates, April 18, 31 AD, October 22, 1844, joined together as one in 2017. October 22, 2017, pointing to October 22, 1844. And in Bible calendar, that is April 18, 2019, pointing to April 18, 31 AD. Join as one. 18 plus 22 equals 40, but pointing to the same day. April 18 on Bible calendar, October 22 in Gregorian calendar, 40. But we are looking the crucifixion because that is our subject, crucifixion. So let us look at now, October 16, 2019, pattern number 6. By which on that year, April 16, 2019, by which on that year, pattern number 6, that is the time by which the two dates, April 18, 31 AD and October 22, 1844 joined together as one in one day, which is Sunday. So that is the clue. Therefore, April 16, 2019, that is the symbolical crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was crucified in spiritual Egypt. What is spiritual Egypt? The 7 heads of the leopard-like beast, according to the shepherd's rod. What is spiritual Sodom? The 7 heads of the scarlet-colored beast. Now let's go back to the time and that.com. Look at, brothers and sisters, April 16, 2019, in Gregorian calendar, that is October 20, 2017. And what is our mystical number? 40. And what is the mystical number 40? It must be Bible to Gregorian or Gregorian to Bible. For example, April 18, 31 AD, Bible calendar. October 22, 1844, Gregorian. 18 plus 22 equals 40. Bible calendar to Gregorian calendar. Remaining days, 13. From Bible calendar, April 27, Gregorian. 13 plus 27 equals 40. Now, we have the Gregorian calendar. The symbolical crucifixion of Jesus Christ in spiritual Egypt. The 7 heads of the leopard-like beast. Although we'll explain that on the subject, the beast and its image. Because at this time, we are dealing dates. Numerical illustration of the ingathering of God's people. What number? Number 40. But what is that number 40? That is date to date, Bible to Gregorian or Gregorian to Bible calendar. Now we have now Gregorian calendar, October 20, 2017. So the number needed is 20 to make it 40. Would you think it is just a mere happenstance? That pattern number 3, the wave ship is offered on April 20? No. Because it is purposive design. October 20, Gregorian, plus April 20, Bible, that is 40. From crucifixion, what crucifixion? Symbolical crucifixion, to the ingathering of the 144,000, there must be 40. 20, October 20, plus April 20, 20 plus 20 equals 40. Brethren, it is infallible proof. Now let us look at April 20, 2023. That is pattern number 3. You see, that is Sunday. April 20, 2023. Then let us add 40 days. Then you will fall May 30, 2023. Friday. You see, brothers and sisters, that is the time by which the 144,000 spiritual Israel, all of them were gathered into one church, into one truth. In Gregorian calendar, that was November 12, 2021, Friday. Now, what will happen, brothers and sisters, on June 1? June 1, 2023. So I would like to read to you the statement here in tract number 15. So let's read tract number 15, page 55. So let's read the statement. Tract 15, page 55. So while peace, wars, commercialism, script, and persecution are the signs of the times and the identification of the first 5 seals, in like manner, the earthquake, the dark day, and the meteoric shower are the signs of the times and the identification of the 6th seal. Why is it that the signs, the moon become blood, is not mentioned here? It's so because it is even more pointing to the identification under the 7th seal. You see the identification of the 6th seal: earthquake, dark day, meteoric shower. There are only 3 that had been mentioned: earthquake, dark day, and meteoric shower. But the moon that became blood had not been mentioned in this reading. Then I would like to read to you here, brothers and sisters. These global disturbances and celestial exhibitions between the year 1755 and 1833 in themselves, however, appear to be forecasts of the things which take place during the great and dreadful day of the Lord. It says, during the great and dreadful day of the Lord. If this be true, then the earthquake foreshadows the forthcoming shaking, shifting among the nations as predicted by the prophets. Whose prophets mentioned here? Isaiah and Nahum. Isaiah 30 verse 27 and 28, and then Nahum chapter 2 verse 3. But if you will go to tract number 14, Nahum chapter 2 verse 3 is connected to Ezekiel 31. Now let's read tract number 14, page 8 and 9. Nahum chapter 2 verse 3. The shield of his mighty men is made red. The valiant men are in scarlet. The chariot shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation, and the fir trees shall be terribly shaken. Then he says, very evident it is that this aggressor power, who does it in pieces, girds himself for war in the day when the chariots have such blazing lights, powerful electric headlights, that they resemble flaming torches. In the day of this phenomenon, the fir trees, the great rulers of earth, Ezekiel 31, verse 1 to 14, shall be terribly shaken. So here the shepherd's rod connect Ezekiel 31, verse 1 to 14, to Nahum chapter 2, verse 3, which is connected to Isaiah 30, verse 27 and 28, which is pointing to the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Great and dreadful day of the Lord. That phenomenon. What phenomenon? As I've stated, in the 4 phenomenon, earthquake, darkening of the sun, moon become blood, and the falling of the stars, the meteoric showers, the moon become blood was not mentioned as the signs of the 6th seal in tract 15, page 55. Why? Because it is pointing to the perfect fulfillment of the prophecy in the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Now, let me read to you again the statement here. In tract number 15, page 55. These global disturbances and celestial exhibition between the year 1755 and 1833 in themselves, however, appear to be forecasts of the things which takes place during the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Now, just tell me if you think it is just a mere happenstance. Let me read to you Ezekiel 31, verse 1. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the 3rd month, in the 1st day of the month. What is the 3rd month? June. June 1. Now look at, brothers and sisters. When the moon become blood in May 20, 1780. Let us look at the timeanddate.com, Gregorian calendar. May 20, 1780. You see, in Bible calendar, that is June 1, 1778. You think it is just an accident? No, it was already predicted beforehand. In Ezekiel 31 verse 1, that moon become blood, the phenomenon on May 20, 1780 is a forecast to the event that will take place during the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Tract 15, page 55. Now look at, brothers and sisters. When would be the gathering of the 144,000? From the time when the worship will be offered. But it must be in harmony with the statement in tract number 5, page 74, concerning the 5 figurative months. 5 from crucifixion to the ingathering of the 144,000. But what crucifixion? Symbolical crucifixion, portrayed by the 40 mystical number. And it was in 2017, by which April 16, 2019, that is pattern number 6, the same pattern when Jesus Christ was crucified, Friday, by which in Gregorian, that is October 20, 2017. And to make it 40, you need another 20. 20 plus 20 equals 40. Therefore, it was already divinely arranged by God that the gathering of the 144,000 would be from the time when the wave ship will be offered. By which that is pattern number 3, because only pattern number 3, brothers and sisters, by which the wave ship is offered on April 20, on the 6th day of the feast. April 20, on the 6th day of the feast. Because October 20 plus April 20, 20 plus 20 equals 40. Then, let us go back to the timeanddate.com. April 20, 2023, Bible calendar. That is Sunday. So from that time, when the wave ship is offered, you will count 40 days. Then the first fruits, the 144,000 living saints, will be gathered. So let us add 40 days. So it will fall on May 30, 2023, Bible calendar. But in Gregorian, that is November 12, 2021. Which is the perfect fulfillment of the vision of Sister White that when the 144,000 will be disclosed to view, then on the next day, November 13, that is the falling of the stars. Typifying the falling of the stars in November 13, 1833, which is literal, but November 13, 2021, symbolical falling of the stars. Now let me read to you. Testimonies Volume 5. But what is November 13, 2021? In Bible calendar, that is June 1. Let us go to our timeanddate.com. So this May 20, 1780. In Bible calendar, this is June 1, 1778. And look at June 1, 2023. This is Bible calendar. In Gregorian, this is November 13, 2021. Gregorian calendar. This one is Gregorian calendar. This one is Bible calendar. Brethren, it is not just a mere happenstance that June 1, 1778 AD in Bible calendar, in Gregorian, that is May 20, 1780. No, it is not just a mere happenstance. It is purposive design. So look at to our diagram. May 20, 1780, moon become blood. In Bible calendar, that is June 1. And it is very plain in Ezekiel 31 verse 1. June 1. And that June 1, brothers and sisters, in 2023, that was November 13, 2021 in Gregorian. Projecting to November 13, 1833. But November 13, 1833 in Bible calendar is September 5. Do you remember September 5? That is March 17. Because September 4, that is seasonal calendar, September 16. And symbolical, September 16, March 16. So the statement in tract number 15, page 55, is absolutely perfect. That all the occurrences in that literal phenomenon, brothers and sisters, there is significance that will occur in the great and dreadful day of the Lord. For example, November 1, 1755, that is Lisbon earthquake, but that is literal. In Bible calendar, that is July 4, 1753. July 4 is very significant to the United States of America because that is their Independence Day. But let us look at July 4, 2023, brothers and sisters. July 4, 2023, Bible calendar. That would be December 16, 2021 in Gregorian calendar. Without any doubts, December 16, 2021. That is the fulfillment by which the great rulers in the United States of America will be terribly shaken. And it involves Nahum chapter 2, when World War II will be resumed again. To all my fellow Shepherd's Rod believers, this year 2021 is very critical, very serious, that we need to study closely the prophecy. Now, I would like to read to you here in volume 5, page 80 and page 81. The Lord has faithful servants who in the shaking testing time will be disclosed to view. The Lord has faithful servants who in the shaking, testing time will be disclosed to view. There are precious ones now hidden who have not bowed the knee to Baal. They have not had the light which has been shining in a consecrated blaze upon you, but it may be under a wrap and an inviting exterior. The pure brightness of a genuine Christian character will be revealed. In the daytime, we look toward heaven, but do not see the stars. They are there, fixed in the firmament, but the eye cannot distinguish them. In the night, we behold their genuine luster. So when would be the 144,000 will be disclosed to view? According to the voice of inspiration, that would be on June 1, 2023. When would be the 144,000 will be gathered into one truth, into one church? After the 40 days. When does the 40 days will begin? From the time when the worship will be offered. But it was predicted beforehand that offering of the worship must be April 20. Pattern number 3. Why? Because the crucifixion is in Gregorian calendar, the symbolical crucifixion is October 20, and we need another 20 to make 40, the number, mystical number 40. So it cannot be mistaken. 2017, April 18, the worship is offered on the 4th day of the feast, by which in Gregorian calendar, that is October 22, 18 plus 22 equals 40. But that is pointing to the resurrection, because April 18 is resurrection. But the subject on the 5 figurative months is crucifixion. Therefore, the resurrection and crucifixion joined as one in 2017. April 16, 2019, in Gregorian calendar, that is October 20, 2017. So, we need another 20 to make it 40 from crucifixion to the commencement of the ingathering of the 144,000. When does the ingathering of the 144,000 will begins? At the moment when the worship will be offered, there must be 40 days gathering of the 144,000 living saints, first fruits, typifying the 40 days gathering of the type, the first fruits, which is the 120 disciples. But it was predicted beforehand that we need 20 to make it 40. The 40 days and the 5 figurative months must be in perfect harmony. So October 20 and April 20, 20 plus 20 equals 40. And that is already predicted beforehand. No other pattern of Bible calendar by which, brothers and sisters, the worship will be offered on April 20 except pattern number 3. And this is the Bible pattern this year on the year 2021 in Gregorian calendar. From April 20, Bible calendar 2023 up to May 30, 2023, that is the entire 40 days by which Jesus Christ will gather the 144,000 living saints into one truth, into one church. Therefore, that was in Gregorian calendar, November 12. So the fulfillment of the vision of Sister White, that in November 13, then the 144,000 will be disclosed to view because they are all gathered in one truth, one church, typifying the falling of the stars in November 13, 1833. Because at that time, when the 144,000 will be disclosed to view, at the same time, it says the falling of the stars will also be fulfilled. It says here, in volume 5, page 81, many a star that we have admired for its brilliancy will then go out in darkness. Chaff like a cloud will be borne away on the wind, even from places where we see only floors of rich wheat. All who consume the ornaments of the sanctuary, but are not clothed with Christ's righteousness, will appear in the shame of their own nakedness. When trees without fruit are cut down as cumberers of the ground, when multitude of false brethren are distinguished from the true, then the hidden ones will be revealed to view, and with Hosanna reigns under the banner of Christ. Those who have been timid and self-distrustful will declare themselves openly for Christ and His truth. The most weak and hesitating in the church will be as David, willing to do and dare. The deeper the night for God's people, the more brilliant the stars. You see, brothers and sisters, that would be the event on this year, 2021. Hoping that we will be preparing for that coming event, which is no longer far distant. Brethren, let us prepare our lives before everything is too late. Soon the prophecies will be fulfilled in quick succession, and the final movements will be rapid ones. Thank you very much for listening and viewing this program. May the good Lord bless you and have a beautiful, wonderful evening.